Good afternoon. Another great day out there. We're really excited about the energy at practice today. I thought we definitely picked it up a notch from yesterday. Much more consistency in the level of intensity. And we're able to get a couple situations in, coming out and third down and medium went in today. It gives us an opportunity to start working on being a smart football team. Questions?
See anything out of the quarterbacks today that suits you or you didn't like?
I think, in a practice like this, I think there's always, I certainly see some throws that I like. I saw some command at the line of scrimmage that I really liked. But when the practice is scripted, it's a little different than when you're just calling the plays like when it's a game. So, I think tomorrow we're going to play a little football and we'll have a little bit better idea of where we're at.
I guess an update, are DeLon and Aiken still kind of on even footing in that battle? And do you see a situation where they could both be on the field at the same time, given DeLon's versatility?
Yeah, I think they are in the same they're even now. I think that's fair to say. There's no doubt that there'll be personnel groups where they'll be out there together, and I think regardless of who goes out there first in the game, they're both going to play. So, but right now I would say they're still even.
Cornerback position, what's that looking like a few days in?
Corner? I don't know. I just don't think there's enough body of work yet to start saying one guy's moved ahead of another guy. And we have our initial depth chart, and some guys are making some plays. I saw Garif make a really nice play today, and I think that's what we're seeing right now. But until we get a bunch of practices together, it's hard for me to really say that somebody's jumping. I don't know that somebody has separated themselves so much that it warrants a depth chart move.
Is Wednesday the first time you might do some tinkering with the depth chart, or would you wait after the first real scrimmage?
No, I think after tomorrow when we play some live football, and then we're gonna have a meeting where we'll discuss those type of things. Up till now, what I've told the coaches is unless you see something that's so obvious that a depth chart change is warranted, we're not going to do anything right now. Everybody's getting enough reps that we're getting a chance to evaluate them. So tomorrow we're going to play live football, and I think at that point, we'll take a look at it and see. I don't know if there'll be any changes, but there could be.
There's always bumps and bruises in camp and everything. How is it going with that so far?
I think it's going pretty well. Ruhan left practice today, so I don't know exactly what his status is going to be. Sometimes guys get nicked up. They go out for a period, then they come back in. So far, so good. But we'll see how Ruhan is and get you an update tomorrow.
Was today a good day to kind of test and tinker with the offensive line depth going into a scrimmage type thing?
I think anytime the pads are on, you get a real evaluation of those guys up front. So, I think we've got some younger guys who are making some progress. Now, we don't have any preseason games, so we'll have to try to create that pressure in the half scrimmage and in the two full scrimmages that we have to see how much progress they've really had. When they don't have the script ahead of time.
What are your thoughts on the specialists so far?
I'm looking for Joe at the punting position to still be more consistent. I'm pleased with our long snapper. I think Alan's done a nice job, and I'm pleased with the kickers. I think the kickers have done a pretty good job so far.
I think Maluski has played at some time all four.
He has.
How valuable is his versatility, and how rare within your defense, the way you play it, is it to have somebody who can play all four, going back years?
I don't know of anybody else who's played all four. The only guy who would have been close would have been Peter Tverdov, who played three. He did not play four positions for us. That versatility is invaluable. I mean, I don't even know if you could put a price tag on it. David's such a valuable guy because of what he does within the system and his flexibility within the system, but he's even more valuable because of how strong a leader he is and how strong a presence he is in that defensive line room and in that defensive room.
Kyle, you talked about the corners. Obviously, a lot of them are young, but Garif has been around for a while. Does that give him an advantage, or does he bring anything different just based on that experience?
Yeah, I think it definitely gives him an advantage. I think Garif's played a lot of football for us, and I think when a guy who's played a lot of football gets to his senior year, he's got a chance to really make a jump, I think, in his career. And I think at that position, not only can he do that on the field, but in the meeting room and teach those younger players really how to prepare. How to prepare day in and day out during training camp, and then how to prepare looking forward, in the game weeks.
Anything stand out at nose tackle, four practices in?
Well, I guess what stood out today is Sebastian Joseph had an interception. I mean, you don't see that every day. So that was interesting. He tipped it to himself, so it was an unassisted interception. I thought that was a nice job. But I think those guys have done a good job so far. I think they're fitting in the right places, and you get a higher level of knowledge when you go from no pads to shoulder pads, and then when it's live, then you really see who can make the plays, and we'll get a chance to see that a little bit tomorrow.
Got time for two more.
TJ won most improved in the spring. Have you seen that progress kind of continue?
I have. I thought TJ had a good practice today. I think every day he's getting a little bit better for us, and at that position, we're going to need depth, and he's one of the guys that's building it for us.
Kyle, at the end of practices, you freshmen, redshirt freshmen get together. What do you see from guys like that? Does anything jump out? Or is it...
Well, I'll tell you what jumped out today. It was a much better period today than it was the first 3 days, and I was not pleased yesterday. I did not think they did a very good job mentally in those 10 plays. So I think they got in their books. I think they studied really hard for it, and today, as I told them, I said, it's not where it needs to be, but it's moving in the right direction. And to me, that's the most important thing. If they'll just move in the right direction every day, we'll get them to where they need to be. So I thought it was a better executed period today for those young guys. Thank you.